Hello everyone, welcome back to the CO2 Rundown. I'm Chad Owens. Happy Monday. I hope you guys had an incredible weekend. I sure did. I hit the beach like I said I was. The surf was up and I paid for it. As you can tell, I'm a little burnt. And speaking of being burnt, Alvin Kamara of the Saints torched the Green Bay Packers with some of these electrifying runs he had. But was it enough for them to win the game? We'll see. Let's jump on in to the first quarter. Starting out here, I'd like to remind you guys of the Star-Advertiser's football fever. Last week's winner, Gwendolyn Gandal, took home $500 cash. You can get that too. Simply subscribe, go pick up your Star-Advertiser newspaper, go to the sports section, fill out your football fever ballots, and turn it in to Select Long's Drugs. I'd like to thank our Football Fever sponsors once again, Mercedes-Benz of Honolulu, Hawaiian Telcom, Windows Hawaii, and Long's Drugs for being part of the show and making this possible. With that being said, let's dive on into the NFL. The Seattle Seahawks remain unbeaten and go to 3-0 in the season by beating an injured Dallas Cowboys team. Although Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott put up a career-high 472 yards passing, it wasn't enough as MVP frontrunner Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson sets an NFL record for most touchdown passes in the first 3 games of the season with 14. He's basically on pace to throw for 70-plus touchdowns, which would shatter Peyton Manning's record of 55. Now, in the game, there was a play. This is like an effort play, and I'm going to highlight. Trayvon Diggs finished and punched the ball out of DK Metcalf. Just an example of a DB finishing and a receiver being a little bit lazy before crossing that goal line. So all the young receivers watching, young DBs, hey, cross that goal line, then you can celebrate. If you're a DB, always finish, because you never know what's going to happen. Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers defeat the New Orleans Saints 37-30 and also remain unbeaten. Saints' Alvin Kamara, like I talked about earlier, had 13 receptions for 139 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's out here balling early on in this season. The Bills beat the Rams 35-32, and this is the first time since 2008 that they've started the season 3-0. Bears beat the Falcons to go to 3-0 as well, and the Falcons drop to 0-3. The Steelers defeat the Texans, and the Titans defeat the Vikings as they both remain undefeated. Catch the remaining 2 undefeated teams in tonight's Monday Night Football action between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. That's it for football. Let's jump on in to quarter 2. The NBA Finals are set. Last night, the Miami Heat defeated the Boston Celtics 125-113 to become the Eastern Conference champs and move on to the NBA Finals to face King James and the Lakers. Miami becomes the first 5th seed to make it to the NBA Finals in over 20 years. And the last time they were in the Finals was in 2014 while having LeBron James on their team. The Heat have been hot during these playoffs, but are they hot enough to defeat the favored Los Angeles Lakers? Game 1 begins on Wednesday. In the WNBA playoffs, the Las Vegas Aces forced Game 5 against the Connecticut Sun after defeating them 84-75 last night. The winner of this series will go on to face the Seattle Storm in the WNBA Finals. The Storm locked in their spot after defeating Minnesota 92-71. Breanna Stewart had a playoff career high with 31 points. That's it for the second. We got halftime coming up here with an exciting interview with my former teammate in the CFL, former UH Warrior legend, quarterback Bryant Moniz is doing some amazing things in his transition outside of football. Let's check it out. All right, Bryant Moniz, welcome to the CO2 Rundown halftime show, brother. Appreciate you for taking the time to do this interview, man.
Yes, sir. Glad to be here. What's up, brother
Yeah,
Chad?
awesome. Well, I mean, where do we start? First of all, congrats, brother, on a amazing, football career. Record-setting, college career at the University of Hawaii, as everyone knows. And then making it to the ultimate goal, bro, becoming a pro, which is, as you know, the percentages of that happening is pretty slim, right? So
Yeah.
congrats on that, man. So with that, done playing ball now, been back home for a couple years, and bro, we were teammates, which was a blessing in Hamilton. That was unbelievable. In the CFL. I see you rocking your Calgary Stampeders shirt there. I mean, bro, just unbelievable. But listen, bro, you're doing something pretty special right now. You're inspiring a lot of people. Talk to us about the Warriors Den. Let people know what that's about.
The Warriors Den is right here behind me. It's my home. But this is where I got my clients from ages 6, I think even as young as 5, ages 5 all the way up to adults, putting in work and more so than just changing their physical appearance, getting our athletes ready for the field. We're working on changing their mindset. I think that's the biggest thing, is having the right mindset to go about your day, to go about your job, to go about preparing yourself for the battlefield, football field, soccer field, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what we be doing out here in the Den.
That's awesome, bro. Congrats on that. Now, what inspires you to go into the health and wellness, fitness, training, trainer world?
It just comes natural, being somebody that's really what took me my career is just my work ethic. And that I feel is something that it's special to me, but it's something that I have the ability through the platforms of Instagram and all these things, that now I can inspire other people to live that same kind of healthy lifestyle. Because think about it, our career, 30, I'm 31 now. So I got a lot of life left, and I don't want to just let that all die down, right? So I want to keep that moving and try to motivate and try to lift up other brothers and sisters and help them to live their longest, healthiest life that they can as well.
That's amazing. Paying it forward. That's what it's about. That's kind of what I talked about. You go through all of this, you play ball, you gain the experience, and now you're back, giving everyone the goods, right? Everything that you've absorbed throughout your career. Hey, now it's it's an opportunity, like you said, to give back. Man, I've been, obviously I follow you on Instagram, and for those that don't follow you, Mo, I know you've got 2 accounts, one for the Den, one your personal. Where can they follow you? What's both of those Instagram accounts?
Yeah, my personal Instagram account is _Mighty Mo, and I think the Warriors Den one is also an _Warriors Den. But yeah, Mighty Mo, my personal account, Warriors Den, my business training account, and man, follow those if you're looking for inspiration, if you're looking for motivation, because I believe that iron sharpens iron, and man, we iron right here. You know what I'm saying? And
That's it. That's it.
Others sharpen themselves, and as well as I love to feed off of other people, just like yourself and other people. You know what I'm saying? There's so much negativity in the world and on social media and stuff like that. So I just try to motivate, inspire, and empower people to go and be them best selves.
Yeah, bro. Talking about motivation, Mo. I see you every morning, bro. I think your alarm clock, 4 o'clock? Is that what it said?
Yeah.
4 a.m.
Yeah. 4 o'clock, 4:30.
4:30. You're up. You're going for your run. What is it? 2 miles every morning?
2 miles every morning.
That's unbelievable, guys. You got to follow Mo. He's an inspiration to not just athletes but people in general. Literally spearheading this. Isn't that part of your logo? Your Warriors Den, get the spear.
Yeah, it's got the spear on.
So hey, spearheading, talking about iron sharpening iron. That's what it's about. Mo, I mean, you talked about one thing, man. So much more life ahead of you. As everyone that's listening, everyone that's watching right now, we all have so much more life ahead of us. But some of us need that motivation, need that why. Like, what's your why? Tell the people what's your why.
My why for me, it's my kids. You know, my 3 kids. When they get up, right, and as they go through their day, they're gonna see what you do, your parents, and you know, as their dad, I want to lead by example. I want to be that example. And if you haven't seen, my daughter's been running. She's been, you know, getting in some miles. And I mean, when I was a kid, I wasn't doing that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just trying to be a great example for my kids, so that I set the tone that when they grow up, or you know, they're gonna be like, oh, my dad used to always do this, and so you know, this is what it takes. You know what I'm saying? They see what it takes, and just try to be the best role model I can as a dad. That's my why.
Yeah, be that leader. That's amazing, brother. And you know, today is Monday, Mo. So you know, I'd like to leave the people with a Motivation Monday quote from the Warriors Den. What you got for us?
On Monday motivation is you deserve it. It's just that simple. You deserve it, whatever it is. You know what I mean? I think a lot of us will beat ourselves down and get negative thoughts like, man, I can't do that, right? Or, oh, I can't wake up and run 2 miles. Well, maybe you start knowing that, hey, you deserve it, right? You deserve that body you want. You deserve that job you want. But now we got to take those small steps every day, right? If you're going to climb Mount Everest, you're not going to just run to the top. You're going to take one step, and then the next step, and then the next step. But you got to first know that you can do it. You got to believe in yourself and know that you deserve it. So my Monday motivation is, hey, whatever it is you're going for, you deserve it.
Wow, that's amazing, bro. Everyone listening and watching, you deserve it. Mo, hey, appreciate you, you know, coming on to the CO2 Rundown halftime show, brother. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep inspiring. You're inspiring me every day. And, man, hey, love you, bro. And we'll catch up.
Yes, sir. Love you, too. Okay. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me on the show.
Aloha. Aloha.
Wow, amazing. Bryant Moniz, Mo, as they call him, is doing some amazing things. So proud of you, man. You know, that's what it's about. You know, you grow up here. The goal is to become a pro, to do something big. He did that, and now he's back here giving that knowledge back, you know, and then some. You know, if you guys aren't following Bryant Moniz, you need to follow him on Instagram. This guy's inspiring me every single day. He's up at like 4 a.m., going out for miles of, you know, runs. You know, he's training people. He's inspiring the youth. Just changing lives is what he's doing. So shout out to Mo. Keep it up, brother. So proud of you. And thanks for coming on the show. And guys, again, if you want to be part of the CO2 Rundown's halftime show, please reach out to us. Shoot us a DM at Star-Advertiser on Facebook and Instagram, and at Owens too on Instagram. And with that, guys, let's jump on in to quarter 3. Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Finals is set to take place here shortly in Edmonton, with Tampa Bay leading the best-of-7 series 3-2 over the Dallas Stars. The Stars kept their championship hopes alive with a 3-2 double overtime win over the Lightning Saturday night. They're going to try to do the same today to force a Game 7. The Lightning, on the other hand, will be looking to strike early and often to win its second Stanley Cup in franchise history. UFC 253 took place Saturday night, and the last stylebender, Israel Adesanya, defeated number 2 ranked middleweight Paulo Costa via knockout in the second round. Adesanya had a dominant performance. He defended his title. He remains undefeated at 20-0. I wonder who's next for the champ. And the MLB playoffs begin Tuesday, starting with the wild card round, and it could last until the end of October. That's it for the third. We're winding down and finishing strong here in the fourth. And I know we mentioned it last week, and we're all excited for it. The University of Hawaii football is back, but a lot of things still have to fall into place before UH gets the clearance to have full contact practices. UH needs clearance from state and local officials that will allow them to practice, travel back and forth to the mainland, and play football games in a near empty, if not completely empty, Aloha Stadium. Testing procedures have to be in place that will allow members of the team to be tested every 3 days until the end of the year. An 8-game schedule still has to be addressed as far as the conference goes. The Star-Advertiser sports experts Stephen Tsai and Ferd Lewis will be keeping us up to date with those stories, so make sure to check out the full details and insights from them in the Star-Advertiser in the coming weeks. Yeah, I mean, with that, again, I know we're all excited that football is back. Talking about football is getting me excited. But at the end of the day, number one thing is the safety of the players, coaches, and staff on both the University of Hawaii and all the opposing teams. So until those protocols are set in stone, then they can't move forward. But on the flip side, there needs to be a sense of urgency. If I'm a coach, if I'm a player for the University of Hawaii, I want to get going. I want to get out there and practice. I want to get the pads on. All right? They're playing a game in, less than a month? A month's time, to say? I mean, that's not a lot of time considering the situation that has been. Not having the proper off season, not having spring ball. So everyone's antsy. I know the players and coaches want to get out there so they can get themselves as ready as possible for this season. So, guys, with that, that wraps today's CO2 rundown. And I'd like to give another thank you to our sponsors, Mercedes-Benz of Honolulu, Hawaiian Telecom, Windows Hawaii, and Long's Drugs for being part of the show. Guys, enjoy the rest of your Monday. Stay motivated, and I'll see you all on Wednesday. Aloha.